Good morning. I hope you all are doing well lately. Anyway, I want to talk about a few things that have been on my mind lately. First of all, let's get some backstory here. I like to start with backstory. So throughout my entire process of quitting porn, periodically when I would be in just kind of at a dead end, just, not really making any progress or anything, what I would do is I would sit down, I would evaluate my strategy, I would analyze what's going on, figure out what strategies basically are working against me, and then figure out how I need to adapt my strategy to counter those strategies. And that has been just extremely helpful. Just knowing to, sit down, take inventory of things, figure out what's working, what isn't working, and adapt to that information. And that comes pretty naturally to me because I'm just naturally, the way my brain is oriented, I'm a very analytical person, sometimes for good, sometimes for bad. In any case, I'm extremely analytical. And so for me, that was just kind of a natural thing to do. It made sense. I recognize not everybody is like that. I would advise trying to get like that to some extent, for your own personal growth. But the main thing I want to talk about right now is collective strategy as a whole. This isn't just a battle that we fight on our own, all alone. We have accountability groups and things like that, or at least many of us do. If you're not making use of those, then you should be. There's a link in the description to one that I'm in, and there's just tons of them out there. There's all kinds of ways that you can get plugged into a community to fight this thing together, and you should. But the other thing I want to talk about is collective strategy, group strategy, because, you would think that if these groups were working, that if they were truly very effective, then we'd see a much different scenario than we are seeing. What's the scenario that we do see? Well, most people who try to quit porn are just stuck in a rut of failure, and they continue to fail. And they do grow slowly over time, but overall it still seems to be very much a losing battle. And that shouldn't be the case. I think that it can be a lot better than that. I think that this can be, by and large, for the vast majority, really for everybody, but I think that it should be a victory for the vast majority. Considering what we have at our disposal, instantaneous communication with each other through the internet. We have all these resources that are available to us, all this information on how to fight more effectively and all that. We should be winning this. There's no reason we should not be able to win this on a large scale. So, group strategy is one thing that I want to start thinking about. I am thinking about it. It's just something that kind of occurred to me recently. And I want you guys to be thinking about it and discussing this with your groups and stuff like that. I really, really think that we can do way, way better than we are doing. Okay? So I want to see that conversation kind of pick up. Talk about this with your groups, with your accountability partners and all that. See, sit down and find out what isn't working, what is working, how to change what isn't working to make it work. How to adapt our strategies to counter whatever strategies are working against us. And that requires us to analyze the enemy's strategies and how he's winning too. What are the traps that we fall into? What are all of the pitfalls? What are we? What's defeating us? What are we unable to overcome so far, and why? So that is what I want to get you all thinking about. The other thing is, just bring this back to kind of one of the visions I have for my life. I want to see a massive, overwhelming reduction in the prevalence of pornography in my lifetime, and I want to do whatever I can to facilitate that. And I see a lot of that as, my purpose in life. And so I don't know how to get there. I don't know how to get there. I'm out here, I'm talking, I'm doing my thing. And I don't really know all what steps to take, but I know that this isn't just on me either. I know this is on all of us, and you know, first and foremost, God is got to be the main center of this. And to those of you who, you know, are with me on that page, I want us to be praying very, very intentionally. And I've been doing that daily, multiple times a day usually lately, just being really intentional about praying for my accountability partners, the accountability group that I'm in, and not only that in particular, but also just all the guys and even girls who are fighting this battle around the world, everywhere. And I do believe in prayer, and I think that it is very important, and I really want to see everybody who's on board and who's, you know, listen to me right now, start praying really intentionally every single day about this, okay? And I think, you know, for one thing, it is good to pray about it for prayer's own sake. And for another thing, it's going to get us thinking about it more. It's going to get us a lot more invested in this. Okay, so 2 good reasons to do it right there. That is my request. My requests, actually. So start talking about grand strategy with your groups. I don't want to see this just being the way it's been, where you have success here and there every once in a while. I want to see a massive turnaround, and I know you guys want to see that too. And the other thing is, I think that we really do need to pray often about this, very intentionally, every single day, and make this, you know, a big priority in our prayer lives, because it is a big deal. This is a very big deal. There's a lot to be done about it. There's a lot we can do about it. And I think that this is a winnable battle. And so it's worth putting that time and that effort to. Okay, so that's all I have to say for now. You'll have a lovely day. God bless you guys. Take it easy, but not too easy. Like I said, link to accountability group in the description. Got other videos on here too if you're new here. Check those out. Subscribe to this here channel. And that's all. Y'all have a lovely day. God bless you guys. I'll talk to you later.